Alright, hello everybody. So with Octopath Zero coming out in the next couple of days, I decided that I was going to do a speedrun of the full Prologue Demo. I wanted to see if it was possible to complete all of the Chapter 1s for the Restoration, Fame, Wealth, and Power paths within the span of the 3-hour time limit. I've done this for the other Octopath games too, so I figured why not do it for Octopath Zero too. And I have found that this is honestly the easiest of the demos to complete, and just to prove that it is the easiest of the demos to complete, I am going to be finishing the Octopath Traveler Zero demo's story content in under 1 hour. So that's what I'm recording for you right now. Yeah, there's not all that much else to say about it. We're just going to be running through the first part of the game as quickly as possible, getting to the point where you can just roam around the map and do whatever you want while waiting for the final game to come out in a couple of days, starting from a fresh file. So, let's do it. Starting off with character creation, I've already played through this demo 4 times to practice for this, so, you know, I wanted to get the hang of it before I started recording it. So we're going to start with the character creation screen. I've already pretty much got everything figured out though, because I have done this before. So give me a second to blast through that, and then we will get started with the actual playthrough.
Thanks!
Just for fun, I'm going to be naming it what I've named it every other time I've done this demo. Decided to call it the Grillful Fish. For some reason the fish never ends up capitalized. That's okay. Why are there no spaces, I hear you ask? There's not enough room for the spaces. It's funny, they tell you that it's a 500 character limit, and then in practice it's definitely a lot shorter than that. So for the belongings that you can choose here, I am going to go with the Promise Charm because I will be running a Scholar version of Zero, and then just 2 of the miscellaneous recruitment items. The Crested Key is the only one here that's actually important. I'm picking up the letter fragment just for fun, because I assume it will be useful later. I will talk about the Crested Key in more detail whenever we get to the part where it is important. But since I'm running Scholar, obviously I'm going with the item that boosts your elemental attack. And there we go. In order to experience everything that you want to in this demo, my suggestion is to play through it multiple times and see all of the story content that there is to see on previous playthroughs, and then go back and speedrun it after you've already seen everything. Like I said, this is my 4th time doing it. No, this is my 5th time doing it, actually. I did my 4th time a couple of days ago to make absolutely sure that I knew what I was doing for this. Now that we're about to get into our first battle, I want to give the first tip for this, which is in the settings before you start. There's one thing you need to do, and that is turn off the dynamic battle camera, because that saves you quite a bit of time if you just don't have it on, because it's a bit of a timely animation, and it will add up if you're not using it. And then the second thing is to set all of your fights to 2 times battle speed, which will also help things go faster. So for this first part, we're just running through the initial opening of Wishvale. In the base game, if you're watching all of the cutscenes, this will take roughly an hour and a half to complete, and then you can pick one of the 3 chapters to finish out, and that will pretty much take you right up to the 3-hour limit. Whenever you're going faster than that, though, and skipping all of the cutscenes and just doing the bare minimum, you can get through a lot more than just Wishvale and 1 other chapter. I have hit the point where I can do this Wishvale tutorial in about 15 minutes, give or take. Kinda depends. So we're going to be blasting through this first part of the game. First and foremost, we're going to the cave to pick up an Azure Flamestone, and we will be taking encounters along the way because my goal is to gather as much JP as I can.
Well,
That's just helpful there's one character in particular later on who is going to need the JP, and we don't have her yet, but we'll get there. And also just, this game is very much one where enemies deal a lot of damage, and so do you. And
Here goes nothing.
you kind of need the extra levels to make sure that you don't die. See what I mean?
What should I? I've got it.
Because the enemies that you fight in
show you what I can do.
game are generally
Let's go.
they don't have all that much HP, but they deal a lot of damage.
Wait.
So having the extra levels under your belt, it would be technically faster to run away from them, but because of how much damage the enemies deal, I find that it's better at this point in the game where you just don't have very many resources to just take the encounters, take the level ups, and go as far as you can with it. Because at the very beginning of the game, this game is very stingy with money in comparison to the previous two Octopath Traveler games, at least as far as I can tell.
Alright,
you don't get access to
I'll show you what I.
Are you ready?
an Olive of Life. Like, you don't have the money to purchase an Olive of Life, which is very bad in this early section of the game, because obviously, if the enemies are dealing a lot more damage than the last two Octopath games, then you're taking more damage, and therefore more likely to die, and you don't have a character with a healing skill. So, you just... Taking the encounters and just leveling up is important. I'm going to do a safety save here, just in case something bad happens.
Let's make this quick.
I don't anticipate that will be the case, but it never hurts.
Here goes nothing.
Are you ready? Is that all?
And honestly, the 2x battle speed in this game is even faster than the 2x battle speed in Octopath 2, as far as I can tell, which means that this, like, taking encounters really isn't that bad.
We got this.
So this boss right here is weak to,
I'll show you what I can do.
swords and
I've got
bows,
you.
Are you
but
ready?
not weak to axes, which means that Stia's just kind of
Here
on
goes
healing
nothing.
duty, unless nobody needs it that turn.
You need to.
Because
show
you
you what I
have
can
a
do.
single healing item
I've
right
got
now,
you.
which means that you need to be very careful and conservative
Are you
for
ready?
absolutely need it.
Let's go.
So Stia ends up kind of doing the vast majority of the heavy lifting right here.
What should I do? I've got you. Let's go.
I really wish I hadn't gotten intimidated here because then
It's
I
our
would be able
turn.
to
Right there.
This is
buff
our chance.
physical attack, but I can't.
We do it, Cole.
Let's take it.
Now's the time. I've got you.
I could have had her attack. I just wanted to
I'll show
save
you what I
because
can
she's
do.
a little bit
It's our turn.
lower on damage.
It's our
lower
turn.
on HP than I like because this boss.
Are you ready?
Like I've said, the bosses in this game do a lot more
Here goes
damage than
nothing.
the bosses in past games, which means
got
that
I
you
need it.
kind of
It's
need
our
to play
turn.
aggressive, but also be very aggressive. Because if a character gets hit with two of
I'll show you
those,
what I
then
can
you're just
do.
kind of dead,
I've
and
got
again, you don't have money quite right now, which means you
I'll
just
show
kind
you
of
what I
have to
can
deal
do.
with that. Okay.
Are you ready?
Shot this turn.
To
so
do
that
something.
Zero.
Here goes nothing.
Steel
I've
heal.
got I need it.
Are you ready? Right
Sven
there.
doesn't have a physical attack boosting
Feel the tap.
skill yet. He will have one after
Be
the
ready.
time skip whenever we recruit
For the
again, but he doesn't
future.
have it right now, which means it's more helpful to have him on breaking duty while Zero buffs up for extra damage. So, that's the end of the first fight. Got our Azure Flamestone, and now we go back to the village. So while we're just doing this cutscene part of the game, I can talk about the previous two demos for Octopath Traveler. I have done both speedruns for the last two demos. I only recorded the one from Octopath 2 though, because I didn't have a capture card yet at the time that Octopath 1 came out. So, basically the premise of those demos is to recruit all of the 8 characters, and then the way that I do it is I speedrun through their chapter 1. That's only necessary in Octopath 1 though. You technically don't have to do anybody's chapter 1 except for your starting character in Octopath 2, but I wanted to do it anyway, just for fun. So I did come out with a video of that back in 2023 whenever we were getting ready for the release of Octopath 2. out of the 3 demos, I would say that Octopath Zero has the hardest boss fights just because of their very high damage output, but it's also the easiest one to complete because there's just the least to do. You only have to do 4 chapters as opposed to 8 in the previous ones, and yeah, it does kind of average out to be like around 8 boss fights anyway, but they're in a lot quicker succession, and the tutorial section is just faster in Octopath Zero than it was in the last 2 games. So, speedrunning through the demo is pretty easy compared to the previous 2 games, even though the boss fights, I would say, are the hardest. The Octopath 1 demo is a little bit difficult to discuss whenever it comes to how hard it is to speedrun, just because it has a major luck factor that isn't present in 0 or 2, and that luck factor is, can you get an early game Kate? And if you get an early game Kate, then the run will be closer to 40 minutes, and if you can't, it'll be closer to an hour 15 minutes to an hour and a half. It just depends. This is a scripted fight. I'm going to break one of the enemies, which is a slower animation than just basic attacking the other one, but it does cut down on the other enemy's attack, so I'm just doing that. I'll keep talking about the previous demos whenever we get out of this cutscene section. It just depends on if you get an early game Kate in Octopath 1, and if you do, then it goes by a lot faster, and then if you don't, it's on the slower side. Still very easy to do within the 3-hour demo time limit. And then in Octopath 2, I would say that it's kind of at the middle. It's a little bit long because of the tutorials, but like, because there are so many more forced tutorials I need, but
Are you ready?
I probably should have filmed that.
Our turn.
Okay, we're on it.
Now.
Heal this time.
Woo, thank you.
Let's take him down! Right there!
Now. Now's our turn. I can feel the power.
Let's make...
Our turn.
It's our turn!
That's about what I thought.
Yes!
Let's begin.
There's really not all that much to say about this fight.
It's our
Kind
turn!
of do it.
Here we go. Woo, I need it. Let's go.
I was thinking about using the buy.
Now's our chance.
I probably should have. It's okay.
Let's make this...
Now.
Just because I don't have all that much PP, I'm just gonna wait.
What moves?
Let's begin. Woo, thank you. Our turn.
Great.
Are you ready?
Just perfect.
Our turn.
Are you ready?
Let's begin. They're weakened. Now. Take my hand. Gotcha.
Let's make this... Better be replied!
It's kind of unfortunate that the boss has a physical defense buff right now,
It's our
but
turn.
it's okay.
Let's go. Here we go. Let's begin. Huh? Let's go. Sit down.
Oh, I meant
Let's
to
make
buy.
this quick!
That's my bad.
Now.
It's okay. It's really not a big deal. Pretty sure this turn is
Let's... Better be replied!
what do you know?
For the future.
There's really not all that much to say about that fight. It's pretty standard. We do have an olive of life now, though, from dropped from that fight, which is incredibly helpful. Going back to talking about the previous demos, Octopath Traveler 2 has a lot more extended tutorial sections because they really make you dig into each of the characters, like, chapter 1s. Here we're picking Scholar for 0. I'm going with Eye for an Eye just for fun. I don't actually know what's optimal. I don't think it matters. At least not right now. It'll probably matter more whenever we have a scope of the full game speedrun, which I do hope to learn whenever it comes out, but that's not... that's for later. That's for Thursday. And then if we check the in-game timer, that is the Wishvale section done in 13 minutes, which is my fastest time yet. Previously, my fastest was 14 minutes, so that's pretty cool.
We got this. Right there. Let's go.
The enemies deal a lot more damage in this demo, but they have a lot less HP, which means that going through the encounters is like, you know, double kind of nothing. Because they have so little HP, it kind of doesn't really matter, and you can do whatever with them. And they go down pretty easily, even if you don't have a weapon type that they're weak to. Like this.
Our turn. This is it. That's that.
The way that the Octopath Traveler 1 demo works is that you start with a character and you only have to go through the first half of their chapter, and then with everybody else you could pick up in the second half and do their boss fight, which means there's a lot less tutorial handholding than in Octopath 2, where you are forced to do the entire segment, obviously. Right, need to talk to Steve first. So, all of these demos have their different quirks, and I think they're all fun. Gotta go and get some timber. I'm very happy with the way the demo has turned out for this one, though, because previously I was, like, so sure that I was going to struggle significantly with getting this demo done, because it just felt like there was like, a lot to do that I wasn't expecting. But, in the end, it turned out to be very easy.
This is it. That's that.
In fact, I would say that, like, even if you don't have that much experience with, like, Octopath speedrunning, you would probably be fine doing this. You can't actually fast travel back to Wishvale here, so you gotta walk, but, I say experience with Octopath speedrunning. I'm not, like, a great speedrunner or anything. I play these games a lot, and I do want to learn how to speedrun them. I just haven't had the time, because up until earlier this year I was busy getting a degree. So, hopefully Octopath Zero will change that, and then I can learn how to speedrun all of these games, because I love them so much. For now, we're going to speedrun building something, though. We're going to be starting out with, the Wishvale restoration segment, just because it gives us Fen, who is a very powerful character, and I find that he is just very helpful to have. Doesn't really matter which one you pick here. I'm going with power for now, just because, that's the thing I started with whenever I did Champions of the Continent on the mobile game. I didn't end up playing too much of Champions of the Continent. The gameplay just wasn't for me, but we're gonna go on and track that for now. But we're actually not going to start with that. Instead, that's going to be the last thing we do, and we're going to start with rekindling the flame so that we can progress through this plotline enough to get Fen. Because Fen is a very nice character to have, and we're going to be picking up all 7 of the characters that are available in the demo before we do anything with the boss fights. Because it's so much easier to do the boss fights if you have other characters, and I've got, like, setups in mind for how we're gonna get through it.
Go. Quickly. We do it. This is it. That's that.
So this first section, we're going to progress this quest and get the NPC that we can recruit to Wishvale as part of this tutorial section, and then,
We do it. This is it.
after that, we're not going to go back to Wishvale immediately because we're already on the road to the town of Theatropolis, so we're going to just go the rest of the way to Theatropolis and then recruit our next character, because she's very easy to pick up once we're there, and why not? It never hurts to have another character in the party.
We got this. It's ours. Now's our chance. This is it. We did it.
Taking all of these encounters is also helpful because it will let us, stockpile our money a little bit, and I just opened that chest, obviously, that has money in it, because
Do it.
with the high damage of some of these bosses, we're going to want to have some items on hand that can revive fallen party members, and olives of life are very expensive for this early part of the game. Obviously, there's an element of just get good, so you don't need the olives of life if you're good enough at the game, then you won't need them at all.
Have
but
a minute?
with the way the demo works and how limited your resources are,
Wow, thanks.
sometimes it just kind of can't be avoided if you get unlucky. So, I have a designated spot to pick up Olive of Life and Healing Grapes. It'll just be the most
Let's make
convenient to
this
get it
quick.
at this one specific point.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, this is it. We did it.
I'll explain why that's so important whenever we get there. It'll be a couple of minutes before we make it there, though. First and foremost, here we are in Theatropolis. Theatropolis is actually very significant because this is where we are picking up the character who is the reason that we are going to be taking encounters throughout the rest of the run. And the reason for that is the character Alexia, I want to get her to 130 JP so that she can learn 2 skills. Her first skill that she learns is going to be Elemental Bash, which will increase the damage capacity for our Scholar character, and then the second skill that she's going to learn is going to be a double hit Dark skill, which will be incredibly helpful against the final boss of this. So, encounters are important just so that we can
I'm so glad.
get her to a point where she has 130 JP, hopefully before the final fight of this demo, because personally, the way that I'm routing this is I'm going from the easiest chapter to the hardest one, in my opinion. And in my opinion, the hardest one is the final boss for Chapter 1 of Master of Power, and the boss has a dark magic weakness that we can double hit with Alexia if we can give her strong enough spells. So... cleaning up more rubble so that we can build a house. And that's the reason I went out of my way to get more lumber earlier. So we can make sure that we have enough for a house without having to go out again. There's one other thing we have to build though, and that would be our save point. Now that we have that, we can come in here and talk to Alexia. Stia. Alexia's character we just got. We can talk to Stia and then start the quest to recruit Fen. Because Fen is a very useful party member to have, and him having access to bows and axes is really helpful for some of these fights. Because, spoiler alert, bows and axes are considerably more common weakness types than the staff and tome weapons that we have majority access
Let's
to
make
right
this
now.
quick. I'll show you. I could do this nicely.
I like using Scholar most. The class that you pick for Zero, as far as I'm aware, doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want with it. I picked Scholar because Scholar just so happens to be my favorite Octopath class, and I'm very excited about the double hit Elemental Magic coming back from Octopath 1 after it was considerably... After Scholar got nerfed so heavily in Octopath 2, just in terms of skill layout, I was very excited whenever I found out about the new skill setup for the characters in Octopath 0, so I couldn't resist, and now here we are. But of course, you can't save the world with the 2 least common weakness types.
Let's do it.
So,
That went well. All in a good day's work.
Our fieldwork awaits.
I'll show you. That went well. I could do this nicely.
Now that we have a little bit more in the ways of JP, teach Blinding Light to Zero. Because, yes, it is a little bit of an SP sync to use those double hit magic spells, but if you're using them for boss fights, they are incredibly helpful. And the SP cost doesn't really matter all that much if you just go to an inn or use a plum, and I would rather go to an inn or use a plum if it would make a boss fight shorter. So back there you can see one of these stronger enemies. This is a new mechanic in Octopath Zero where there are,
Here goes. Looks like a charm. Go.
where there are enemies that are stronger than average and they are protecting
I'll show you what I can do.
important items. And you have to defeat them in order to get the item, but I don't think I'm strong enough for that yet. So we're not going to be doing that just yet. However, we are going to use Stia's healing skills to make sure that we're all topped off before this boss fight, because she doesn't really have too much else to do in this fight.
Let's do it.
Ooh, surprisingly, that was nice.
As predicted.
This is our. Yes, we did it.
know the plan.
Now's the time! That's well!
There we go.
All in a good day's work!
Now we have boss fight.
This. Here goes nothing! Right where it goes!
Are you ready?
Mess that up.
Yes!
Not bad!
Observe closely.
Quite
I was about to say they're
effective!
weak to one of the things that
Here
Stella
goes
has, I just couldn't remember which one.
I needed it!
It's our turn.
It's our turn! Stop it! I'll show you what I can do!
There's only one move.
Let's go!
Are you ready? Excellent!
You know the plan, yes? A small crack is all
This
it
is our
takes.
chance! We did it! We're not done yet! I can feel the power!
Let's make this quick! Better be ready!
This is our chance!
Don't kill it.
I've got
Thank you.
Let's make this...
Let's go. Knowledge won't reach the end.
There we go. That was a little bit rougher
This
than I
will
would have
make a
liked,
good
but that's
taper.
okay. Because we did get through it.
Have a minute? Wow, thanks!
Technically, if I wanted to, I could go to Emberglow and Velour from there, but it just seems faster to come back to Wishvale. Especially because I'm going to have to come back to Wishvale anyway to pick up Fen. Only one thing left to do as far as tutorial stuff here in Wishvale goes, and that would be to make a meal. And then after that, we're free to go out and do whatever we want. And by whatever we want, I mean we are going to go to Emberglow. I'm going to swap Alexia and Fen's positions in the party just because that's where I have them in all of my practice runs, and I don't want to mess up my muscle memory for them. After that, you hit the Chapter 2 section of the story, and they won't let you progress beyond that because you can only do Chapter 1 in the demo. Which means
Let's make
we're
this
just gonna
quick.
move on. And there's on to the next obstacle, which is going
This
to
is our
be
chance.
picking
Wow.
up the remaining 3
I could do
characters that are
this
available
nicely.
in the demo. One of them is in Emberglow, and the other 2 are in Velour. Emberglow is closer, so we're going to start with Emberglow and then go to Velour.
Our fieldwork awaits. As predicted.
Now's the time! That's well! All in a good day's work!
Emberglow is where we're going to be picking up the healing items. I mentioned before that there's a specific point where we're going
got
to be
this.
grabbing healing items, and it is in
Here goes
Velour.
nothing! That went well!
The reason for
I
that
could do
is
this
because the
nicely.
character Macy that you find in Emberglow actually requires you to buy an item from the shop in order to recruit her. So, you know, if you're already at the shop, why not just use that as your chance to stock up on healing grapes and Olives of Life. I might go a little bit overkill with buying Olives of Life and healing
Alright,
grapes, but
let's get
there is
started.
not a single character
Here goes
available
nothing.
in the demo that will
Wow!
be able to revive a
All in a
party
good
member
day's
if they
work.
fall. At least none of them can at base. Maybe one of them has a learned skill and I just missed it. I don't know. But Olive of Life is a lot more reliable, and this game is very stingy with it. So that's where we're going to start. After we pick up Macy, we'll be going to Velour, getting the 2 characters there, and then we'll be going through the 3 bosses. Well, not 3 bosses technically. There's like a sub boss in Master of Power, but you're going through the 3 chapters and knocking those out. So here's Macy. Now that we've started her quest, we're going to need an herb that cures the bleeding status effect, and I'm going to be picking up a couple of those because that is, necessary for this, for the boss fight here in this town. There we go. A little bit overboard on the healing items, but better safe than sorry, especially with how much damage the Master of Power boss can deal in particular, which is the reason that we're going to be saving it for last. The order that we're going in for these first chapters is going to be Master of Fame, Master of Wealth, and then Master of Power, because I just think that's the order easiest to hardest. I did Master of Power first the first time I played through the demo, and I was getting my butt kicked, and I was wondering what in the world is going on? What is happening here? I feel like I'm missing something. And the answer was just that the Master of Power boss deals a lot of damage. But now that we have Macy, we're going to head over to Valor. There are two characters that we can get here, Viator and, or Viator, I guess is how they say his name. I wasn't sure at first. We're going to be picking up Viator and Kelsis, I think is how you say it.
That should do it. Let's go.
Are you ready? Got him! For the future.
Okay, Alexia's at 30 JP, that is awesome, so I'm going to go on and take this as a chance to learn some skills, so I can get Donny BP. Focus is the skill we want on Fen because that boosts his physical attack. Macy doesn't have enough JP because we literally just got her. And then Alexia got Elemental Bash, which increases the damage of elemental attacks because it lowers an enemy's elemental defense, and that is incredibly important to have whenever you have two mages in the party that are acting as your DPS. So hopefully we can get her up to 200 JP by the time that we reach
Here goes nothing.
Master of Power's final fight, so that she can get the
All in
double
a good
hitting,
day's work.
Dark attack. And that will help a lot with dealing as much damage as possible to that boss, because it's kind of brutal.
Alright, let's get started.
Here goes nothing. Yes, that went well. I could do this in my sleep.
Now that I'm talking about the Valor characters, though, before I got a little bit distracted, all of this is unscripted in case you can't tell. I'm just playing the game and then talking my way through it. Viator is actually the reason that we chose the Crested Key at the beginning. If you don't choose the Crested Key at the very start, then,
Here goes nothing.
you have to go and find it. It's in an optional dungeon. I can't remember which one off the top of my head, but it is in an optional dungeon, so you can still recruit him even if you didn't get the Crested Key during the character selection screen. But I'm trying to go as fast as possible, so of course I'm just gonna go on and grab the Crested Key at the very beginning, because why not? We don't know what's optimal for this game yet because it hasn't fully come out, which means that I'm just going for what's optimal as far as speed in the demo, and that just so happens to be picking up the Crested Key at the very beginning. We're not going to start Master of Wealth yet, we're just going to come in here, and there's Viator himself. If you don't have the item, you can't recruit him, but I have it because I just picked it at the beginning, so nice and easy. Now that we have Viator, it is time to go over to this other part of Valor. Which is where we can find our thief. I don't actually know if these answers matter or not, but okay, this one definitely does. Because you need to say that you want to hire him in order for this next part to come and happen, you know? Okay, now that we have our characters, I'm going to rearrange them a little bit. There we go. Quests. Then you can just track and travel. It'll just take you right to the chapter that you want to do by just warping you to the town. So now we are in the actual interesting part of the playthrough, I would say, where we are getting closer to fighting bosses. Starting first with Master of Fame, because this fight is, in my opinion, the easiest of the 3 choice boss fights by far. And it's just nice to knock it out early and then have that experience under your belt before you worry about the other 2. The Wealth one is on the harder side, I would say, especially as far as these prologue boss fights go for Octopath games. But it's still very much manageable. I just prefer to do it later. Even though starting it from Valor, because I was already there, probably would have been faster. I really don't care, because Master of Fame is just a nice, easy thing to pick first. And then Master of Power, I think, is like easily the hardest of the 3, and I would definitely recommend doing it last, because the boss deals crazy damage, and if you do not have the right amount of healing items, you are going to suffer.
Here goes nothing. Works like a charm. Quickly.
Let's take.
Too slow. Come forth.
Here goes nothing.
So the reason I have my party set up the way that I do is,
I could do this in my sleep.
covering as many weak points as possible. I don't have anybody with Fan in my primary party, but it's either, but I can't really get all 8 weapon types in my party.
Let's do this!
With the way the character layout is in the demo. So,
Here goes nothing. We did it. We do it.
It's
we're just gonna and not have a
It's our turn.
fan attack in the
I'll
first
show
part.
you what I got. Let's go. This is it.
We're covering as much ground as we can for
That's
weaknesses, and then keeping some of our switchier characters like Alexia and Macy in the back, though they will definitely both be seeing a little bit of use depending on the circumstances. Alexia more so because, she might be hiding in the back right now, but she's not going to be whenever we hit this boss fight.
Let's do it.
I won't
Here goes
lose!
nothing. Got you.
Now is our chance.
Our turn. Quickly.
Let's
Now's the time.
Come. You must. Found it.
Our turn.
Are you ready? Right there!
Now is our chance.
I don't actually have the weaknesses of these enemies here memorized. I'm just kind of
This in my sleep.
for it. Alexia. Okay. Trying to keep an eye on, Zero and Alexia's JP specifically. Okay, so we're getting here, from the 36-minute mark.
Stay out of my way. I'll show you what I can do.
I did actually take this.
Looks like a
It's our
charm.
turn.
What?
Found it.
It's our turn.
Are you ready?
Yes. It's our turn. Here.
Not back. I have to do something. Quickly. This is our chance. I've got it.
No! Let's take him down!
This is our chance. We did it. We did.
Now is our chance. This is for you.
Sorry. Better be right. I won't lose!
Now's the time.
I thought I would let knowledge prevail. Bolt pierce through.
Now is our chance.
Let's make this
That's
quick!
exactly what I was hoping would happen.
We do it now. Your turn.
Come forth.
You better pray.
Observe closely.
Let me have a swing. I've got you.
It's our turn! God is watching.
I'm kind of focused on this. I want to get through this fight as quickly as I can.
We'll find a way. Right now.
This is our chance. Come on.
Let's make this quick!
Allow me. I'll heal you.
Gotta take this chance.
I can feel the power.
There we go. I didn't even end up using Elements of National Alexia. Shame. It's okay. She'll get her time in the sun soon enough. And Zero is almost up to 100 JP. Zero is going to be learning the double hit wind spell next. And that right there is the end of Master of Fame 1. It'll tell you to leave the town so that you can go to Valor, actually, but we don't need to do that. Because obviously we can't do that in the demo, so no reason to do something when it's literally impossible. Now we're starting Master of Wealth. There's one mandatory battle before the dungeon starts. It's really not that bad though. Interestingly, Master of Fame is the only one of the chapters that doesn't have a mandatory sub-boss, I guess, before the actual main boss fight of the chapter. So maybe that's the reason it's the easiest. Who knows?
Stay out of my way!
Come forth.
It's our gotcha!
Are you ready?
Here goes nothing!
It's our turn.
Let's make this count.
Let's go! Here goes nothing! Right where it hurts!
It's our turn.
Are you ready? Right there.
We do! I can feel the...
Oh, I meant to... I did not
This
mean
is
to
our
do that. I meant to do
chance!
the
Now's our chance!
full
Now
boost
is our
fire
turn.
spell, but...
Let's make this quick.
I'll show you
That's
what
my
I
bad, I
can do!
guess.
It's our turn.
Come forth.
Let's go! Yeah! Here goes nothing! I did it!
It's done. It's over.
Well, that minor mess him aside. There we go. Going to take this chance to learn skills. Oh. That's unfortunate. Doesn't actually really matter what skills you learn. They're honestly the only character who I really worry about their learned skills is Alexia, but she doesn't have enough JP for the next learn anyway. I mistakenly thought the 0 was up to 100 JP, which is the reason that I did that.
Do it!
Nope.
Right where
It's
it
our
hurts!
turn.
So close. Not yet.
We do it now!
Are you ready?
I'm used to flying at a control with this
I'll
bow.
show you what...
Maybe that's the Fire Emblem fan. Who knows?
It's up. It's over. A worthy effort.
Okay. Well, now 0's up to 100. So I'll just take care of that right before we go into the next fight, so that, just in case, I can also touch up on healing for everybody that needs it.
Let's make this quick.
I'll show you what... Right where it
Come
hurts!
forth.
Let's go!
Are you ready? Found it. It's our turn.
I'll show you what I can do! Let's go!
It's our turn.
Right now!
Let's make this count.
Now's the time! All in a good day's work!
If I could stop getting caught on corners, that'd be awesome.
Let's do this.
I don't even really mind taking these extra encounters because it
I'll
means
show you...
that I'm getting a little bit closer to Alexia hitting the
It's-
JP threshold more for her.
For the future.
61. If she doesn't make it there, it's really not that big of a deal. It's just nice to have, you know? This door has a unique opening animation that's very slow, which is why you hold run while you're walking into it, because you don't just walk right through it. It just opens slowly for some reason. Okay. Now is where we're going to do the Maelstrom. Healing skills. Does anybody need this? Particularly, that's good enough.
Stay out of my way! what I can do. Looks like a charm. Yeah.
Are you ready?
No!
Go.
We'll find a way.
What should I do? I've got you.
Are you ready? Found it.
No!
Here we go.
You'll pay for this.
Yep,
There's only
that's
one
about what I
move.
thought was going to happen because
I'm not down
We'll
yet.
find a way.
kind of crazy damage, but
You need to turn it around. Whoa!
To do something.
Leave this to me. Lose your balance.
You know the plan, yes? Let knowledge prevail. Dark, cover
You don't
all.
look so good.
I can feel the power. Feel the power.
just so we can get that other round.
Hit them now!
These are mine.
Let's better be ready, Clutch!
No!
You know the plan,
Definitely
yes?
not playing this fight anywhere near as much
I'll
as I would
observe from
like,
the
but
back.
That's okay.
I've got you.
Now is our with all my might! I'll pierce you!
What the? We do it now.
Let's make this quick.
Clutch! It's our turn. Found it!
I'll show you what I can do. I've got
Thank
you.
you.
I won't. It's our turn. Focus.
Our turn.
Come forth!
We do it now. Now's the
I
time.
thought I was here to offer my knowledge. Overwhelmed?
Let's make this quick.
Hit them now!
Let's go. Let knowledge prevail. Pierce through.
Let's make this power's growing. Clutch.
Now's our chance. Great.
It's our turn.
Let's go.
There's only
Let
one
me
move.
have a swing. I've got you.
It's our turn.
God is watching.
Come forth!
Here goes nothing. I've got you.
Are you ready?
Break next turn.
Focus. God is watching. Lose your balance.
Now's the
I
time.
thought I was here to offer my knowledge. Overwhelmed?
Now is our chance with all my might!
Let's take him down.
Now is our chance!
Oh, I guess that works too. I was getting ready to do a Maelstrom or Blinding Light nuke, but I guess that wasn't necessary. Alexia is at 84 JP now, which means she's only 16 away from getting the skill that I would like on her. And that is fantastic, because the sooner she gets that, the easier of a time we're going to have during these last few fights. I used one hand to take a drink of water, and then my other hand could not properly control the direction I was supposed to walk in. And that right there is the end of Master of Wealth one. So now all that's left is Master of Power. Nope, I'm going the wrong way. I'm looking at the minimap and still finding a way to go the wrong way. I'll get used to it eventually. Nope. Nope, talk to the guy behind the counter.
Stay out of my way.
Come forth!
Let's go. I gotcha.
It's our turn. Found it. It's our turn.
Here goes nothing. Sorry about this.
Oh, as predicted.
Hit them now!
Now's our chance. Yeah.
You know the plan. Let knowledge purple pierce through.
Now is our...
Now's our I can feel the power.
Let's make
Burn
this.
off.
Better be ready. It's done. It's over.
Every level up helps because it means it's an inspiriting plum I won't have to use before this next fight starts. That first fight, as part of this Master of Power storyline, that first required, like, mini-boss fight. The first time I did it, I hadn't recruited anybody to my party yet. I was like, I'm just gonna go in with Zero instead, we're gonna see what happens. It went so overwhelmingly horribly, I do not think I could, like, understand how bad it went.
Right now!
This is our chance. Let's go. Yeah, gotcha.
Are you ready?
But I guess it was a little bit entertaining.
Are you ready?
It taught me a lot about the game words, specifically the fact that it is
Found it!
very much
I'll
a
show you
kill
what I
them
can do.
before they kill you sort of thing.
Yeah. Here goes nothing. Yeah.
It's ours!
Let's take them.
Sweet.
I could have used a spell,
That's
but I
that.
figured it would be faster to just go full steam ahead. Because these random encounters really do not have all that much HP, especially compared to past games. Come on, random encounter. I need a couple more JP for Alexia. You know you want to. There we go.
Let's make this quick.
Right now!
Now's the time. Yeah, works like a charm.
There's a chance.
Yeah.
It's our... yes!
Let's go. Ah, now.
Now is our chance!
Here goes nothing.
It's our turn! Right there!
Now is our... A worthy effort.
Come on, Alexia. Exactly 100 JP. Awesome. Okay. I'll pick this for fun. And Dusklight. She's pretty much the only skill that matters right now. I'll heal everybody up just before I start the fight, after hitting the save point, just to be absolutely sure that everything is fine. I want to do a safety save before this fight because it is, you know, the hardest one in the demo. That looks good.
Get out of my way. I'll show you what I can do. Yeah, works like a charm. I owe you.
Potatoes!
And this is the reason that we got the herbs of fortification.
It's our turn!
That wasn't the right item, was it?
Here
Well,
goes nothing.
it happens.
I've got you.
I really
Come
thought that was
forth.
the right thing.
Are you
I
ready?
haven't gotten the
Found it!
herbs during my
Sorry
past
for the trouble.
just because I haven't really seen it need to.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the damage
show you what I
sucks,
can
but
do.
it's not the worst thing
Come
in the world.
forth.
I owe you. Now's our chance.
Let's take them down! Focus.
We do it now. I can feel the power. Feel the
Hit them now!
Now's the time.
Let knowledge prevent shadows. Ravage the
I was
light.
wrong about this boss. I was let's take the previous one, but it doesn't really matter because I'm not using it right anyway.
We'll find a way.
That is here specifically so she can do this.
Mine?
Our turn.
There's only
Let
one
me have
move.
a swing. I've got you.
Appreciate it. It's our turn!
our turn.
I'll show you what I can.
Thanks. Are you ready?
We'll find a way.
What should I do?
Overwhelmed?
Thanks.
This time
Our
is gonna
turn.
Let's take him. Better be ready.
You know the let knowledge prevent
Alright, and I didn't even
those
have
who
to use
seek
the
power are
other
consumed
dual
by
element.
that
I
very
was planning on
power.
setting up with Zero. That's awesome. And we're just about at the end of the run now. There's only one more thing left to do, which is just come over here. I'm not going to stop until I hit the save point at the start of town, though. As for what you do after this, you can just explore the world. There's really not as much to do in this demo as there have been in the last two, so you can knock out just about everything, and then after that, my suggestion would be to go to, there's a part of the trail outside of Valor that is level 23, and it is very high level for this part of the game, and you are probably going to die a couple of times, but it will also let you level up, like, a lot, and unless you do a screen reload, you can stay there literally forever. So, you know, why not? I took the longer path there when I didn't need to, but 55 minutes and 26 seconds, and that is how you beat the Octopath Traveler 0 demo in less than an hour. I'm really looking forward to this game coming out later in the week, and I hope that I've drummed up a little bit of hype for the rest of you also. If you are interested in playing this for yourselves, I highly recommend it. I had a lot of fun doing this. Like I was saying, after you finish up the main part of the demo, you can just wander around. You can do the optional dungeons that are in the few areas that you're able to access. One of them has the Crested Key to recruit Viator if you didn't pick that at the very beginning of the game. You can fight the really strong enemies that are in some of the dungeons and get the rewards from them. There are a couple of useful items you can find from just talking to various NPCs and, you know, taking their stuff. And then at the very end, my suggestion is when you are coming up on the 3-hour limit, if you would like to keep playing, go to the Valor trail that has the higher EXP, like, gain, because it's recommended level 23. Stock up on as many healing items as you can before then, because once the 3-hour time limit hits, the game doesn't actually kick you out immediately at the 3 hours. You can keep going, hypothetically forever, as long as you don't do a screen reload by, like, leaving the screen, because then it'll be like, oh, you've hit the 3-hour time limit, we're gonna kick you out. But if you just stay there and, like, stay at the save point, make sure you don't game over, you can stay there for as long as you want. So if you feel like doing a little bit of extra grinding before the game comes out, that is also an option. If you follow the same, like, strategy that I did, you have 2 hours to do whatever you want with the rest of the game. So, yeah. I'm really looking forward to Octopath Zero. Here's to hoping that I can turn these, goofy little skills into actually speedrunning the game once it comes out. I really hope I can get myself to learn Octopath Zero as well as Octopath 1 and 2. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I hope you all learned a little something from this. So, good luck to everybody in Octopath Zero's demo, and good luck in the final game too. See you later.